Hello. Let me put this guy down real quick. Very nice to see you today. Very nice to see you. Very nice to see you once again. Now, if we have not met, my name is Julian Galvis, and this is the Saturday Coffee Break. Welcome to my channel. Now, if we have met, and you already know what time it is, no introductions. But to all of you, once more, thank you for coming to another episode of the Saturday Coffee Break. Congruence. Now, why was I playing that guitar? Why was that my intro for the very first time in any of my videos? Why was a Renaissance style guitar song, right? Why was that my intro? Well, when we talk about congruence, we refer to alignment, to harmony, right? And with music, right, there's a lot of harmony. If you're playing the song right, there's a lot of harmony with it. If you're singing with the guitar, hopefully there's harmony, okay? And when you're actually playing the music, you're actually playing the notes, there's harmony between your mind and your fingers, the dexterity. I'm not going to go too much into the whole psychological part of it because I really don't know too much about it, but there's congruence with it, with your mind and your body. Now, the same goes for what we do in life, what we say to others, what we say we are to others, and to ourselves, and what we actually do. Now, if you're in disharmony, or if you don't have congruence, right, it's kind of like the thing where you say one thing and then you do another, right? It's kind of like do as I do, do as I say, but not as I do, right? Kind of like that, kind of like that old cliche saying, which kind of gives people an excuse, to tell people, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to act this way, be this way, but do you actually do it? Do you actually practice what you preach? Do you actually have that congruence? Just a second. If you feel that you don't have the congruence, if you feel that the image that you're putting out there to others, right, to the world, or what you say to yourself, if you feel your actions are not in alignment with that, aren't congruent with what you say, what you do, then you have a problem, buddy. And that's a very easily fixable problem, though. That's the thing. People don't realize how easily fixable that is for one to become congruent, right, with their thoughts and their or what's in their head or what they're feeling, right? You can have congruence with your actions and your words. In so many of my videos, I talk about consistency and discipline, okay? Now, if you set a routine, if you set the routine, you set the schedule, and you say it, you say to the world, okay, this is what I'm doing. Or let's say like you go on Instagram and YouTube and you say, this is what I'm presenting to the world. The structure, the discipline, the consistency. But if you're not actually doing it, if you're not actually, in there doing the work that you say you're doing, or you're not actually getting up at a certain time, you're not actually if you're talking about being a good person and being helpful, if you're not actually doing it, you're not in congruence, and you know it. And that's the thing. We all know this. We all know that when we are not in alignment, when we don't have that congruence, when we don't have that harmony, right, as when we play music. Now, just a second. This has been a very hard lesson for me to learn. Because a lot of times in my life, I've said one thing. Oh, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to avoid these certain types of people, this situation. And what ends up happening? I go in the same situation yet again. Yet again, the same situation. Because my thoughts were not in congruence with my actions. I let my emotions take control. I let my emotions become the rational one. I let the Apollonian, the Dionysian part, take over my thought process instead of the Apollonian. Now, if you're not familiar with that dichotomy, the Apollonian philosophy or part of the brain, pretty sure it's the left side, the Apollonian, it's rational. Rational mind, rational thinking, rational action. While the Dionysian is pleasure, it's emotion, impulse, right? After the god Dionysus, and then Apollonian after the god Apollo. Now, most of the time we should be in the Apollonian, rational, in congruence, being people of our word. If we say we're going to do something, we're going to do it. We are in harmony. Our mind and body, or our thoughts and our actions, what we say and what we actually do, are in alignment. They have congruence. There's harmony. So what I ask you today is, do you have true congruence? It could be any little small thing. If you say, hey, I'm going to go to bed at 10:30 tonight, and when you usually go to bed at 2, do you actually go to bed at 10:30 p.m.? Or do you kind of make an excuse and say, well, 11:30 is okay. I kind of want to be on Instagram. I kind of want to, go out maybe. That's not congruence, is it? Do you believe that you're congruent with what you say and with what you do? Do your actions match your thoughts and what you say? Are they congruent with each other? The same can be said in our personal lives, with relationships, friendships, even in your professional life. Let's say you tell your boss, hey, I'm going to get this project done in 2 days. Okay? And then you make up an excuse saying, oh, like my this, that, and the other happened. But when you knew, you could have actually done it. You could have just spread it out, spread out the project, and you could have gotten it done. And then you tell your boss, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get it done, when you said you would, when you do it. You're out of alignment. You don't have congruence. Your thoughts and what you said did not match your action. It didn't. It's important to have congruence, you guys. Important to have harmony. Once again, with what we say and what we do. And most of the time, what we are defined as by the outside world and to ourselves, first and foremost, is our actions, what we actually do, and not really as much what we say.